Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Hall of Fame College Football Podcast. I'm your host, Jason Watkins. The Phenoms not with me today, but that's because we are doing a new segment. It's the Under the Radar Recruits. I am here with Earl Warren, receiver from San Antonio, Darian Holmes, 6'3", 190. He is flying under the radar somehow, even at 6'3". But this kid has 22 receptions on the season in 4 games for 385 yards, 7 touchdowns to lead his team, and they are 4-0 heading into a game this week, a big district game against Harlan. So welcome to the show, Darian. Darian, how you doing, bud?
Good.
Man, hey, tell me a little bit about this the season that you've had. I know you guys a year ago you were 2-8. You weren't really getting to play on the varsity. This is your first year starting as a varsity player. Tell me what it's been like to be playing like this.
It's been crazy. It feels like a dream, but like it's real life. You just gotta make the most of it, to be honest.
Yeah. And I know that we talked about this. I mean, we're going to continue talking about this, obviously, but to have Darian didn't get to play a year ago. He kind of made the switch. You weren't playing more tight end a year ago, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you didn't really get to play a whole lot, and then this summer in 7-on-7, because you were playing against some pretty big time players at some big events and kind of showing out. How big was that for your development into coming into your senior year?
I mean, it helped more with my my fundamentals, more like getting back into a receiver, and then because I was tight end, so I mean I had to get back into being a receiver and get faster and get my hands better or as good as they were, because since I didn't really use them last year. But yeah,
right. So, well, it seems like you've done the work there, as we saw on, and I'll show it here right now, but you have made some ridiculous catches this season. None better probably than this one. But so it looks like to me you definitely have worked on the hands, as everybody's going to see right here. Can you see? And we talked about this a minute ago. So take us through this. It looks like you think it's coming inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't. It is up on your back shoulder. But I was having a hard time. At first, I thought that you turned and grabbed it just the left hand, but it looks like you turned your head all the way around to get it on that other side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I felt him holding me. I was like, whoa, PI or no? But I had to go with the play. So I was running outside show. I was like, what the heck, Tony? And then I had to turn my head so I couldn't see the ball for a second. And then I put my hands out and I felt it in my hands. So I just bring it in. And the guy, he was about to ankle bite me. So I mean, I had to stiff arm him and score.
I've never heard it called an ankle bite. That's hilarious, dude. Love it. So yeah, listen, that was a heck of a play. I was sitting there watching, going, "What the heck? That was an insane play, an insane grab. What a way to go!" But so your hands are definitely there. How's the speed? Are you getting your speed up a little bit?
My speed, yes, sir. It's good. I think my speed has definitely evolved from last year because my speed coach and my mom and my dad have really helped me with that. I thank him. Yeah,
that's good. And I know your dad's on you, man. And he expects a lot from you, so that's obviously the biggest part of that. But he's and he was a great receiver in his own right, and he could have played Division I. It's just that he didn't really get an awful lot of time either here, and it's hard. Coming out of New Mexico, you don't really get looked at as the way that the kids in Texas do. So it's Brian Urlacher only had one Division I scholarship offer. Yeah. This is a Hall of Famer we're talking about. He had one Division I scholarship offer coming out of high school. It was to UNN. That was it. Even Texas Tech, which is it's an hour and a half away from Lovington, where he grew up. They didn't want him, so it was pretty crazy. But obviously, so it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter. It's all about, how you work. And that's what this segment is all about, everybody. We are definitely just, we want to make sure that all these kids that are flying under the radar haven't really been picked up because of the fact that Darian didn't really play much. Or in fact, he didn't play last year on the varsity. This is his first varsity season. The recruiting services are behind. So what we need is for everybody to be paying attention to this. Get a hold of 247 Sports. Get a hold of Rivals. Tell them about these kids that you see and let them know, because they need, I mean, there's only so many scouts that can be at so many places, and they need to know about that as well. I've definitely been doing that with this. With your video, we've been sending it out to a bunch of different guys. Obviously, you were talking about Tony, you're talking about Antonio Meza. That's your quarterback. He's a junior. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
This is his junior season? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, obviously with that, that's he's got another year, but he needs to get looked at too. I haven't seen that he's got any, but nobody's on him either. So we'll get him on the show as well. But just talk a little bit about how that is. This his first season as a starter also?
No, he started last year, but then he had a really bad injury because O'Connor, linebacker, blew him up, and
really?
It was bad. But he was out for the rest of the season. And so, but this is
kind of his redemption tour, huh?
The redemption tour, basically.
Yeah, well, he's looked really good. Man. He throws a good ball. He hasn't thrown any interceptions yet, right? Did he get one in the last game?
He got one. Half of us were sick. Some of our offense was sick, including Tony.
Uh-huh.
So he threw it. It came to me. It was high. So I jumped and it tipped my fingertip and it just went into the guy's hands. I was like, dang. Okay. But then I got the tackle at the end. But I was like,
well, so you tackled him. Okay. Well, you didn't get a touchdown pick. Okay. That's all right though. All right. So, but coming into it, so how many touchdown passes does he have? I know he had 9 going into the last game, I think. Is that right?
I think he has 17 or 18 right now.
Okay, so maybe it was 9 after the first 2. So he's been lighting it up. Wow.
Yes.
Oh boy. That boy Antonio. All right. I'll look it up later too.
He has 17 right now.
17 touchdowns to 1 interception. That's a good ratio. That's not bad. Mm-hmm. That's not bad. And it sounds like it wasn't too far off. It was just, a little bit as far as a little high. And but being sick too, and you guys were, good. The good news was it being it wasn't a team it wasn't a game that you were really tested in a whole lot, right? Yeah. You guys beat them 49 to
7.
Yeah, I thought that's what I saw.
Yeah.
So it's and after that first game, we talked a little bit a minute ago, but let's go through that again. Having not played a year ago. So what was it like for you to play in that very first game you come out, your first varsity start, right before halftime? You guys are down 2 touchdowns. You get a touchdown play. How big was that for you and your confidence? I know you played in the summertime, but this is your first real action.
Mm-hmm. It was
6A football.
It was insane. Feels like a dream, but it's real life. And I wasn't even nervous though. I don't know. I wasn't nervous because I know what I could do against other people.
That's putting the work in.
I've done it before. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really nervous. I was just going through practice, but against other people.
That's good. Okay. All right. Well, hey, and that's, what? It's funny that, people would generally are there like, well, really? But the best athletes, this is how they are. This is how they are, folks. They just get it. He puts in the work, so he obviously knows what he can do. But you had 9 catches in that game, and that's a lot of catches, bro. So great job there. That had to have been a big confidence booster, though, for the entire team. And you guys went 2-8 a year ago. Now you're 4-0. So it's, kind of gravy from here on out as far as that's concerned. But your senior season, to be going through this kind of a season, what does that feel like for you?
Just crazy. I didn't expect to go 4-0, but hey, I didn't expect. I definitely wanted to beat for last year from 2-8, but going 4-0 is crazy.
So what's it like at school? Is everybody pumped, excited about it? Is this something that Warren's used to, or is it?
They'll say good stuff to us and be good game and stuff that was a crazy catch, or
you had some crazy catches to tell them to show them.
Yeah, but they're Y'all haven't even gone against anybody like good yet. And I
so
I
you
believe
got
them,
some
like,
doubters.
really,
You got some
yeah, we have
haters
some
at the
doubters,
school.
but I mean, we haven't really gone against like anybody good. Harlan's gonna be our competition, which is our next game. So
Okay. So they beat you a year ago. What was the score in that game?
Oh, I don't remember. That was our last game.
Okay, but they got you. All right.
Yeah, they beat us.
Okay, and then they were a playoff team, or were they a playoff team?
Yeah, they clinched the playoffs.
Okay. So listen, I mean, obviously this is a big game for you guys to go 3-0 in the district. It's going to put you in a good position to get in the playoffs yourself. Is that something that you guys are? What's your biggest goal? I guess as a
That's
team?
our biggest. That's actually our biggest goal as a team, just to make playoffs, because we haven't made playoffs in like 4 years. So
wow. Okay.
I need to make the playoffs.
Yeah, heck yeah, man. You got to make the playoffs. Yeah, well, good. And hey, that means you get to play a little longer. So, you know, how many games you got left? You play 10 games? Is it?
Yeah, 10 games. 10 games.
Okay, 10-game season. So you got 6 to go. Harlan, and then the winner of the district a year ago was Brennan, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when is that game coming?
Week 8, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Week 8, because it goes. It's actually our hard schedule, because it's Harlan, Taft, and then Brennan. Those are our biggest 3 like good schools in our district. So
right, they're your playoff regulars, I guess. Huh? Okay, and how many teams make the playoffs out of your district? Is it 3?
I think it's 3 or 4. I don't remember.
Okay. Yeah. So that's obviously a big deal. You know, you've got some tough ones coming up. Obviously you feeling better and everything now, not sick anymore.
No,
ready to rock and roll?
Not anymore. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, good deal. And same with Antonio's good also?
Yes, sir.
Good deal. So listen, guys, again, this is a big deal for us to start off with Darian. His dad is a good friend of mine. I love his family. I think they're great people, but I know Darian's a great kid. Need to play somewhere. I know you should have gotten your opportunity by now. Anyway, we want to just make sure that if you know anybody out there, folks, that needs to be looked at, that, you know, they're flying under the radar as well. It is tough. I mean, these recruiting services, they know who the best ones are, because generally they're holding these, you know, a lot of, you know, 247 and Rivals, they both put on a lot of camps, you know, so that's how they're but that's part of their money making thing. Well, if you're not out there doing that, they may not know who you are, nor they may not care, you know. So these star ratings aren't always what they're cracked up to be, is what I would tell you. You know what I mean? They're not always what they're cracked up to be, because they just don't know who you are. Once they know who you are, they will. But there's been I've gotten a couple of responses from different folks that I've sent your video around to. They really like you, Anthony, and actually that other receiver that you were talking about. What's his name? That he's got an offer to Grambling, I guess.
Yes, sir. Elijah Rozola.
Yeah, he's got some speed, huh?
Yeah, he's fast.
Yeah, he's got some speed, right? So that's a good deal. You know, I'm glad that there's some offers, but again, take a look at some of these other places too. I mean, there's a lot of places. Houston's down the road, obviously. Prairie View A&M, Texas State, some of these they're Division I schools. You can get looks out of there. Obviously, Deion Sanders is just killing it in Jackson State out there. So it's, you know, for the SWAC conference. But that's doing good things for the HBCU programs, because they're all getting bigger because of it. And that's been his thing. That's been Deion's thing. So it'd be kind of exciting to do that. We actually just, again, folks, make sure that you're, you know, like, subscribe, send this out to everybody else, share it with your friends. We want to make sure that everybody knows about Darian. But tell me a little bit about your relationship with your family, man. Tell me with obviously your mom and you are good, and your dad, he's rough on you, but I know he thinks an awful lot of you. What is it like with him whenever you guys are talking football?
Just, I mean, I always have something to say, and he always has something to say. It's like back and forth. But, like, I mean, that's just love. Tough love.
It's just love, a little trash talking.
Yeah. Trash talking.
Hey, hey, man. Okay, so I got something to talk some trash to your pops about. All right, so this is the next time he starts running his mouth, be like, Pop, you couldn't even shoot a basketball, man.
Damn. So, well, I mean, but he can shoot one now. He can shoot one now.
Is he still bricking them in? Is he still bricking them in from everywhere?
He actually kind of makes them. That's the sad part.
Okay, so So when we played in the Gus Macker, I don't know if you know what that is. It's a 3-on-3, right? Mm-hmm. And he was playing with a bunch of baseball players, right? Mm-hmm. And I had a nice team. We had a nice team. And so the Gusbuster got the scoring wrong. We already had it won. And he called us that we were up 18-16. We were actually, we already had it. It was at 20. And they didn't give it to us. Well, they get 2 more buckets, and then it's now 18-all. Your dad gets the ball behind 3 with his back to the bucket, right? And we've got 2 dudes on him. He jumps and turns around in the air. He didn't turn around as he's jumping. It was while he jumped. He turns around and just left hand throws it. It hits the backboard, and then goes in for them to win.
He's just lucky.
We looked at him like,
he's just lucky.
Bro.
He's just lucky.
Yeah. We were so sick over that one, dude. I still don't forget about that crap. And I gave him a hard time about that when I was there last time too. That was crazy. But yeah, no, your dad's a good athlete though, and I know he gets that trash talk stuff. It's because he was here in Artesia, man. City of Champions, 30 state championships. It's kind of how we roll. You know, we're just gonna talk trash anyway. But we're excited for you, man. I'm really excited for you. I've been enjoying watching this. Your mom, she's a great lady too, and she works really hard and cares a lot about you guys. So we couldn't be more excited for you. Glad for you. Your grades doing good, everything like that. You're ready to go with college. So just keep on putting in the work, man. We appreciate it.
Sir, thank you.
All right, guys. Everybody else, hey, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hey, if you want to support this show, it's an easy thing to do these days. All you have to do is, if you're already buying your favorite team's merchandise on Fanatics, just do this. Go to halloffamemedia.us/fanatics. That's hofmedia.us/fanatics. Click on their icon, shop like you normally will. We'll get a small commission for that, but it definitely helps out our show. So again, hofmedia.us/fanatics. Click on the icon and you can just go ahead and shop as normal.